what to do with a windfall, say $10,000 or $20,000, how to go about putting that into savings in silver or gold bullion. As a thought experiment, imagine a scene at a local coin shop, host of a silver stacker channel. Let's call him Rusty Snake. He's with Bob Bullion of Billy Bob's Bits and Bob Silver and Gold, bought and sold at best prices, a local coin store in the town of Springfield in the state of who gives a damn. As always, Bob and Rusty intend to explain what is the best silver to buy if you have more money than sense and you know little of the perils of premiums and spread, and which is, of course, the bread and butter of the local coin shop. Today on hand, as if by magic, are two walk-in customers with a windfall of 20,000 American dollars. They want to spend it. You can bet they're going to be going home with a trailer load of silver coins to hold up in the panic room back on the ranch. Patsy, we call her, she's with Ron, her husband, 60-year-old overweight Midwest American, God-fearing Christians, regular viewers of the Rusty Snake Silver Stacker. Turning to the customers, played by the woman, accompanied by her husband, as I said, and asks, "What made you come here today?" And they explain, "Papa died when Old Red ran into the road, and Mama came to live with us. The bank took the farm, and we sold the Chevy. So we get 20,000, and Mama doesn't want to be a burden, as she says. So we've come here." Rusty Snake, the host of the channel, introduces the expert and the owner of the store with a, "Well, you've come to the right place. Bob here knows as much as anyone about gold and silver around these here their parts." Okay. That was an unnecessary parody, and maybe I've got myself into a little bit of trouble. So a quick disclaimer. No mythical American dogs named Old Red, nor any farming folk were harmed in the telling of this nonsense. Any resemblance to any stacking channel and local coin shops is purely coincidental. So the unexpected buyer is told, "Buy American Silver Eagles, take a tube, no, take a monster box, American Buffaloes." The inquiring person says, "Oh, I've heard about Indians." The store owner says, "Yes, we carry them too. Maples are good, but are not so expensive, but they're Canadian if you're not so much into American," playing on the patriotism. And we have British Britannias, if you like Charles. Who's Charles? He's the king. Oh, I don't like kings. There is the Australian Kangaroo, the German Philharmonics, obviously the Austrian, and the Chinese Pandas, and Mexican silver coins too. Well, we recommend US constitutional coins, they go on to tell them. They're made of 80% silver. They're your backup for barter, so you're covered in emergency times when the S hits the fan. So we can sell you gold coins and bars, but they are 100 times more expensive than silver, so you won't get much for your money. Trying to keep them on silver, really. Okay, so let's stop the Scooby-Doo dream sequence. This is nonsense, obviously. No one's really selling silver in that way. But I've definitely seen YouTube videos where they're trying to get people to buy a bit of everything. Anyway, the cliche to advice in diversifying or purchasing precious metals that I'm about to give, it might, for me, it sounds probable, if not actual. I've no account in mind, and it could be that we expect a financial advisor would give this sort of advice if someone had tens of thousands of dollars on their hips, and we might expect to hear the similar sort of thing. Now, if you win $10 million on the state lottery, the financial advisor is going to stop you spending it all on friends and a high lifestyle and ending up in prison for not paying your taxes. He's going to get you to buy property, to declare losses whilst borrowing against those investments, and try and get you to use that borrowed money to invest in earnings, in shares or something that earns you a dividend, and to get you to live off the dividend, and trying to find ways to avoid you paying taxes, and be opposed to buying properties or buying hobbies or a range of vanity interests and Lamborghinis and just acting like a Las Vegas high roller, and trying to call your diversity and making other people rich really off your ignorance. Again, I don't know what rich people do to stay rich or how they get rich. I suspect it's by running a racket and racketeering and keeping your money safe for the rich. My point is that local coin shops suggest anything and everything that ensures several things: that no money's left on the table, that you leave the shop feeling satisfied that you've been walked all around the paths and up and down the hills and all that sort of thing, that maybe that their claim that it's about customer lifetime experience, but I don't think local coin shops are that savvy. I think it's all bluff, bluster, and the art of baffling with science rather than confusing with bullshit. Anyway, at the best, it's old school content marketing, and possibly really it's just YouTube content making. Okay, so really what I'm suggesting is that the simplest things are the best things to do. I say keep it simple, stupid. That instead of buying every bit of silver that's on offer in a local coin shop, if you've got $10,000 or more, I reckon it's a couple of gold coins, the ones that have the lowest premiums, and finally the spread, because you've got to get your money back at some point. And if it's $10,000, then that's free coins. That gives you free outs at different times when you want to spend your money. And maybe get yourself a quarter ounce bit of gold and a tube of silver maple, so that you can get out a little bit at a time when you need to. But really it's about keeping your premiums down, keeping it simple, stupid. That's what I suspect would be the best learnings for anybody who comes across a windfall of something in the order of $10,000. Okay, that's all I've got for today. I've got more to say because I actually did have a windfall and I came across a load of learnings. There's a couple more videos in the theme coming up. Okay, so always, working class stackers, remember it's about saving. It's not about hoarding, and it's not about what happens when the S hits the fan, and it's not about the zombie apocalypse. So keep it simple, keep the faith always, and remember to stay antiseptic.